Hello, I want to specially welcome you all to this presentation. This presentation represents one of the needed dimensions that the world, especially we in Africa, must take very, very seriously. I want to thank the Provision GSH Global for the privilege granted me to address the medical symposium taking place in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you so much for the privilege. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited. And we are considering the topic, why is glutathione important in Africa's health? Why is glutathione important in Africa's health? To me, this topic is very, very timely. Not only timely, but indispensable and very appropriate. I think so, one, because of the gap that Africa must fill now before it is getting too late. What are these gaps? First, I want to recall a statement by the World Health Organization in Geneva in the year 2014 also. In one of their medical year conference, the World Health has this to say, and I quote, it said one of the greatest causes of poverty in the world, especially in Africa, is the amount of money people are spending on health care. Listen to that again. One of the greatest causes of poverty in Africa and around the world is the amount of money people are spending, families are spending, nations are spending on health care. That is really food for thought. That should ask us, how do we reduce the cost of health care? What are the options available? What is the way out? Secondly, I'm aware that the United Nations, in their projection of lifespan of people around the earth, has this to say, that Africans has a lifespan of between 47 and 62. Think about that. 47, highest 62, that it is possible that is a lifespan because of a number of factors that are within Africa. In comparison, they say the advanced world has the lifespan of 67 to 89. Wow. Look at the difference. Very wide margin. Almost 15 to 20 years difference between Africa and the people of the developed world. And they have attributed a number of reasons why it should be so. They said, number one, because of improved economic state. Number two, because of high standard of living. Number three, they say because of improved in health care. That is why Africa must think. Because if the World Health is saying that the poverty or the development, the hunger in Africa is caused by the amount of money we spend on health care, then we must begin to think, what must we do differently? The third reason why I feel this topic is very, very important. I'm an African, born in Africa, living in Africa, and I know what we are experiencing, the pain, the suffering, and perpetually it's going on. For this reason, as an African, I want to share what drove me into researching on the product glutathione, natural sources of glutathione, about 20 years ago. Experience, they say, is the best teacher. I had this experience. Normally, they say the world begins at 40. At 40, I was excited to face my world, to start making more maximum impact. But behold, at 40, I discovered another thing entirely. What was it? At 42 years, 42 years, I began to feel things that made me to doubt whether to live or not to live. First, I experienced increased weakness in my body at waking up at workplaces. My productivity was becoming low. It was so terrible that I began to seek for solution. Not only that, I had increased memory losses with brain fog, forgetting things happening in my system, in my brain. And obviously there were wrinkles, increasing wrinkles all over me, especially my face, and gray hair was all over. It was obvious that something was wrong. I had unprecedented muscular pains and joint pains. My eyes were now failing already. Sign of diabetes setting with increased headache, constant fever. Not only that, I was now oversensitive to noise. I hate anything noise, even phone calls. I became very susceptible to many of the infections, the common infection, flu, catarrh, cough, diarrhea, which I often seek for treatment. And now, not only that, there were multiple signs of aging all over me. It was obvious, with heartburn, restlessness, dizziness, above all, very, very low libido. As a matter of fact, it was already at 0 point. In the midst of this, I knew there was something wrong. As a pharmacologist, I decided to take the bull by the horn. I went into research, got out my pharmacological books, and I began to find some solutions to treat some of those ailments. After a while, it's like pouring water on a rock. The things, the symptoms, the complication continued. I met several medical friends and we reasoned together and they prescribed. I used hard Gelocil, antibiotics, pain reliever, all over. Weekly, monthly, I spent so much above my budget. That is exactly what we are saying. The impact of healthcare on our economy and why the Africans must need glutathione in its presentable form in our health. After so much trial with the medical friends, pharmacists, doctors, I know there was something more. I went to the internet, presented my symptoms, and behold, I was told. I found out the truth. And the truth was my body was running low of glutathione. And it was clearly stated that it normally occurs to every human being from the age 25. Once you are 25 years, the glutathione level begins to drop. With this in mind, I begin to search. What is glutathione? Glutathione, for you to understand it better, we'll look at it from the angle of cellology, the study of the cell, which is cell biology. In another way, STEM physiology is part of what I studied, physiology and pharmacology. I discovered, to my greatest surprise, that glutathione was designed by God to be in every cells of the body with the highest concentration at the liver. Once the glutathione level of the cell is in a place, the cell has active force to resist diseases. And you know, the cell is the smallest unit that the body is built. From the cells, the tissues were developed. From the tissues, the organs and the systems of the body were put in place. So if the cells are sick, definitely the tissues, the muscles, the organs, and the system of the body are affected. That is exactly what I was suffering. And I know some of you out there, you might be passing through the same thing. And you might be wondering, some of you must have even attributed it to enemy, witches, and wizards. But I tell you, by God's own design, God is a perfect builder. He built the human body with glutathione that contain 16 amino acids, the atom, the molecule that form glutathione, 16, glycine, and glutamate. When these three ingredients, these three molecules are combined together, they form the glutathione, which God placed in the human cells. And the glutathione was to serve as the active life of the cell. Glutathione was the fuel and the food of the human cell. Just like we have the cement that the builder used to put the sand, the bricks, the stones, the raw together to build a perfect standing house. The same thing with glutathione. So glutathione was to be the energy of the building blocks that form the body. It was the master antioxidant that the body was made of by God. It removed oxidative stress that are brought in by free radicals. Because once the glutathione is there, free radicals cannot evade the cells. Therefore, it minimizes sickness. Your immune system is high. Above all, glutathione in the liver was supposed to be the detoxifier, the master detoxifier that makes the liver to remove most powerful toxins from the system, from the environment, toxins from water, from food, from the air, are mopped up by glutathione in the cells, and the cells remain strong by the cleansing of the liver. But as we look at the situation, the glutathione level always deplete, falls. And that is exactly what was happening to me. Glutathione today is the most studied substance by scientists all over the world. They are trying to find out how it can be derived, how it can be formulated, because that is the universal need by all. But unfortunately, at 25 years, it begins to drop. But the question you will ask, what causes it to drop? What makes the glutathione in the body to be reduced? Well, it's like God created it. Why should it drop? It's like asking, what is the cause of climate change? Why is the world talking about climate change? Climate change was supposed not to be there. God created everything perfect, the environment, the system. But behold, the activity of man, when I say man, you and I, erode the ozone layers that cover the earth from direct sunlight and radiation. Once the ozone layer is eaten up by gaseous emission through human activities, bush burning, automobile fuel, gas flaring, and all that, the world system is obviously exposed to the effect of glutathione, of climate change. And that is one of the greatest problems of mankind. But the question is, how can it be prevented? But we must know the reasons why it is depleted from the body. One of the reasons are viruses and bacteria that attack the body. Two, heavy metals and toxins. Three, radiation that affect the body directly or indirectly. Then we also have acidity from water, acidic water, acidic food. The poor dieting, poor feeding also affect glutathione. The use of alcohol, smoking, and cigarettes affect the level of glutathione in the human body. Not only that, lack of enough sleep, the aging process, as the stress factors of life affect glutathione in the body. So consequently, the body is compromised. The cells are having oxidative stress, meaning they cannot decompose. They cannot effectively sustain the body because they lack oxygen to survive. So that is the main cause of all sicknesses. I think in fact 90% of diseases are caused by oxidative stress in the cells, caused by free radicals. Therefore, knowing this, I want to say every African are exposed to this glutathione depletion factors. So what do we need to do? We must urgently seek for glutathione replacement therapy. That is what is needed by the African to regain our health, to regain our vitality, to regain our youthful build-up, and to restore longevity among the Africans. You need it. I need it. If not, poverty will continue. Suffering will continue. So what is the way out of this glutathione crisis that is causing health problem all over the world? Definitely, in trying to find a way out, I look back into nature through my knowledge of physiology and refer to nutritional factor. I discovered that nature has also provided some substances that could be used to sustain the body glutathione. There are that can support the body glutathione level. What are those substances? We have things like fruits and vegetables, fresh fruit and vegetables. They are rich in glutathione. We also have meat and fish, rich in glutathione. Dairy products like milk, cheese, yogurt. The nuts and the seeds, the walnut, almond, and all that. The herbs and spices, some of them are rich in glutathione. For instance, cinnamon, garlic, turmeric. Then we also have okra, the common okra that is used for food. Ginger, green tea, black teas, milk teas are some of the rich products. Above all, vitamin C can support the body in the restoration of free the body of free radicals and glutathione build up. But let me tell you, most people don't take vitamin C as normal routine. But in pharmacology, we have discovered that the human beings, monkeys, and guinea pigs, they don't have the ability to manufacture ascorbic acid, which is called vitamin C. So if you must sustain your body, you need to balance up with a dose of vitamin C. I have it always in my table as part of my diet. But now, let me tell you the other side of it. As I was using those natural substances, researching on how I can build up my glutathione level, I discovered that most of these substances that have been given by nature do not sustain the build-up of glutathione. They are inefficient. That is what I've discovered. This natural product, fresh fruit, meat, vegetable, and the question is why? There are a number of reasons why these natural sources are not efficient to sustain the body need of glutathione. One, the cultivation and preservation process and method. Most of the cultivations are using chemicals, and the preservation with heat, abnormal handling, denature the cysteine, the glycine, and the glutamate that's supposed to form the glutathione. Not only that, the process of packaging of these substances also affect the glutathione content, and above all, the storage and conveyance, where they are stored in harsh weather conditions, in unkept places, and conveyed in various ways that are exposing them to environmental hazard. They destroy the glutathione level, so they cannot be efficient to sustain the body need of glutathione. Not only that, the preparation, the cooking. We cook vegetable, boil it again and again. For instance, okra. Many of you do cook okra. You cook it now in the morning. In the afternoon, you warm it, or in the evening, you warm it before you eat. The following day, you warm it. All you are taking is chaff. The glutathione have been denatured. So that is the problem. Not only that, we don't know how to combine them, these substances, in their quantities. We underutilize or overdose, which affect the glutathione, or combining them with other substances that are not convenient. Not only that, we see that they are abused in most times, and the cost factor is also there. The cost. Most people don't have enough to buy these things. If they go to the market today, and at times they are seasonal, some of these crops and products. So how do we sustain the glutathione? Poverty level and ignorance also causes that these natural sources of glutathione are not efficient, cannot sustain the body need of glutathione. So what do we do? How do we get glutathione into the system? I want to, on this note, want to specially appreciate the work and the knowledge that can be displayed by the provision company, provision GSH, that have packaged glutathione in a natural form with nanotechnology. That is a breakthrough. That is a revolution. And that alone can revolutionize and change the status of the African people and African continent. From sickness to health, from poverty to wealth, from other development to development. Because with that, we can save a lot of resources that can rebuild the continent and her people. Now, the packaging of glutathione by this company, Provision GSH, is a wonder. It's a wonder. It makes glutathione to be available in the 100 nanometer scale. That is the smallest unit atoms can absorb. So your body can easily assimilate it into the system at just the drop without any barrier. It also makes it to be bioavailable. It is now available through, because it's now soluble. It is now absorbable by the atoms, the molecules of the cells directly. Through the nanotechnology, it makes it to be protected from degradation through oxidation and hydrolysis, thereby increasing the lifespan of the product. You can keep it for some time because it will not just be denatured like the natural product I was just talking about now. They are denatured, but in this case, the nanotech makes it not to be denatured by hydrolysis. So that is a plus. It also enhances a large and enhanced delivery of the product into the cells through direct assimilation for effective result. Glutathione in the nano form also improve the taste and the texture, whereby anyone that takes it will like it. We want more of it, and above all, it makes it very, very affordable for everyone to use. It reduces environmental impact and hazard because the nanotech makes it to be packed in small units that now reduce the use of organic or inorganic packaging material that now protect the environment. So efficiency, stability, consortium experience, and above all, reducing environmental impact. So congratulations to the world. Congratulations to Africa. So Provision Global GSA, we want to thank you for bringing this product to Africa, especially Nigeria, for us to have the first taste of this product. So for that reason, I want to specially acknowledge and thank Rick Nixon, the chief executive of this Provision GS product global. You have done well. I want to thank George Reninger, who is the global president of this company. You have done well. I want to thank Reverend Darlene McGregor Gridley. You have done well by providing glutathione to us Africans. I am glad I'm part of it. I am going to be one of your best users of this product and promoter of this product to all Africans. Anna Peters, you are not left out as one of the people that have put this product together to make sure that it's available to humanity. It is perfect nanotechnology. We love you. Thank you so much. Then also again, I want to go further by humbly recommending this glutathione packaged in nano form to the World Health Organization, that this could be a breakthrough in healthcare that can save millions and billions of lives, especially in Africa and poor nations of the world. So the World Health could look at this product and see how it could be, as a matter of policy, made available as healthcare material product for all without exception, especially for the poor nations of the world. Thirdly, permit me to say, the United Nations could also use this product as a humanitarian intervention, because we are talking of good health care for the SDG, poverty eradication, hunger eradication, social injustice eradication. This product that have been packaged in this form could be a savior to humanity. Yes, all humans can benefit, and it can serve as both health booster and income generator that can reduce the level of poverty around the world, especially in Africa. So Africa dearly need glutathione, and I'm calling on this world body to see how this product can be channeled, can be made available, because it is quite affordable, well packaged, and accessible right now. And I want to beg the company, Provision GSH Global, to please sustain your product, sustain the productivity and the supply of this product. And I believe you have changed the world. I thank you so much for listening. And I know some of you out there will want to ask some questions on how you can get this product, the glutathione in nanotechnology, now made available, which have solved my 20 years of wilderness journey looking for glutathione. 20 years. It's not a joke. It's not fun at all, but I meant it. It has solved it. It can also quench your taste. Now, if you want to have more information on the product, both in the area of healthcare, in the area of marketing it and making income for yourself, reach out to me, Dr. Amos Obi, at +234 80 308 99694, at WhatsApp +234 80 308 99694. I am here to guide you. Glutathione, we are together to change the world. Thank you so much. Africa can be changed. A revolution is here, and I'm glad to be part of it. God bless you all for making this product available. We appreciate you. Thank you.